You never played Call of Duty? Akimbo is when you get like the upgrade to 2 pistols. So we are Akimbo Prosecco. What's happening, YouTube? Innes here. Welcome back to another vlog. We're here in Minehead for the British Enduro, Southern Enduro. It's Southern Champs, I believe. It's actually Saturday evening. Pretty cool day. Super dusty, nice weather, nice trails. We've got 7 stages altogether. We raced 1 today, kind of as a seeding run, but it counts towards our final time. I went P1, which is wicked sick. I had a lot of fun. The bike was tip top, I must say. Max's tires hooking up, all that jazz. You know, the huge. But yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. Gave the bike a clean and a once over, had some food. Gonna go to bed and rip it up tomorrow. We'll get some GoPros from today coming up. Joe Vondell, the local boy.
What the hell? Local 3 years ago.
Yeah. Give us a lowdown of what we've got to in store the rest of today.
Sick trails, man.
I think I'm gonna push like 70%.
I don't know if I'm gonna be pedaling that much, but
I just want to know what it's like, realistic. You following?
yeah.
Let's go. What's this? Stage 2.
They're really nice. They're not. People are complaining that they're not steep enough, but I think they're sick. You got to work for your speed, pump the trail, use your bike.
Oof. Flat turns, kind of sketchy.
You got some steep stuff up here. Oof. And I think we're in store for a good weekend. The weather looks nice. Not too hot, not too cold. Pretty optimal. Gassed up.
Gassed up. Whoa, I feel rusty as fuck. Okay, so stage 2 was the first stage of the weekend. It was a bit of a flavour for what we had in store. I preferred this stage to everything else. Kind of flat, but you carried your speed real easy on it. It's nice though. Some flat turns were tricky. A practice run is definitely useful. For example, just there's a couple low lines. Hi there. Inside. Inside again. That's good. Alright, stage 3, Bob! Following the man, Henry Crease. Stage 3. Oh, big fadeaway. All in the bracken and the ferns, as you can see. Oh, I don't like following, it's kind of weird. Oh, bruv's on the edge, dog. What's an edge dog? Can't really see anything. Not much support, and when there was support it was just covered in stones, so it was kind of tricky to ride quick. I was following Henry as well, who's one of the local riders, so he knew where he was going, but it was just pretty tricky to see the line because it was so dusty. Now we're on Joe Vondell's tail, eating his dust. Oh my goodness, there's rocks everywhere. Whoa. Oh my goodness, there's a dog.
That's going to be scary to race.
Yeah. This is nice, isn't it? Stage 2 we did first today. Nice natural loamy thing. Quite flat and pedally, but I preferred it. And then 3, which is over there, was like steeper, but kind of rocky and sketchy. Alright, stage 4 maybe. And then stage 4 started up the top of the hill again, similar to the previous stage. Fast, open, grassy turns, you could real push. So we're coming in off the top section to some trees. You could brake super late for this. It was a bit scary. Obviously this is blind first runs, but these turns were all super blown already, so I kind of knew that when race runs came round, these were going to be pretty crucial to not do anything too crazy on. The way I remembered it for race runs was like every right-hander was off camber and kind of sketchy, and then every left was really tight for at least up until this point on the track. It's kind of cool, kind of sketchy because you cannot see anything. Stage 5, I think.
Stage 5.
Made some bike changes. I hit that tree so hard.
So yeah, as you can see, railed that tree super hard. Thought I broke some ribs.
Did you just rattle that tree? Yeah, me too. Whoa, that rattled me, to be honest. Thought I broke a rib. I just squeezed my lungs.
Definitely not a nice way to start the second half of the practice day. We did carry on, however, and this stage was super physical, just flat, beginning to end. This is the middle section, just after a big long pedal, kind of janky flat corners. I'll be honest, this didn't flow too good for me. The speed picked up and it actually got pretty cool. I enjoyed this a lot. Hard braking zone and then some tight twisties. And then this is the bottom half. Blown left, that was sketchy. Made a mental note not to hit that as hard in race runs, and then big fast off camber left, and then a sprint.
Right, let's not do anything stupid like that previous one.
Stage 6, after hitting that flipping tree, I want to just not do anything stupid.
At the start. This is cool.
And now to the bottom section. Really screwed this up in practice, just here. So did a little push up and tried to go inside, which you hear me shout to Rory.
Get inside. I'm gonna try and go outside wide. Hit that and cut inside. And then inside, inside.
Coming in again, hit that mark, go inside, inside, and a little double as well, which is a bonus. That worked good, I was happy with it.
That was definitely the one.
And then stage 1 and 7.
Whoa! Inside probably there.
This is the middle section, super cool, like big G out there, boom. And then caught some riders. And that, for us, was practice over basically. Little pool, ding. Had some food and then got my bike ready for seating.
Bike is ready to send. 20? 21. I think it's a good choice. Sun is shining, seating time, yay. Oh man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So this is the seeding run, the second time I've ridden the stage. Definitely watch GoPro's back to make some final decisions on lines. Missed that jump like I said. It was pretty good, to be honest. I pushed hard. Felt like I nailed this top section. That left, right there, which I had troubles with in practice, I got sorted out. Big sprint through this middle section. This is super flat. Flat corner, this left, I was making a mental note to shift up into 2 gears easier. This is probably the best section of trails all week. I really enjoyed this section. Compression, big braking zone, and I went outside there. And you can get on the gas a little bit sooner. Super sick stage, stoked to take P1. Harvey was, I think, a second and a bit behind me, so I wanted a bit bigger of a buffer going into race day, but honestly I couldn't have done that much faster.
What day is it, Henry?
It's Sunday, I think. It's race day.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, race day, stage 2, the first of the day. Back to that flat, sprinty, flat corner top section. This is my favourite stage of the weekend, I think. Other than maybe the pro stage, some flat turns. I feel like I came into these ones a bit quick. Here's an inside that Harvey told me about, which honestly I think I wished I'd actually jumped that little road gap like I did in practice. This whole stage was really cool, honestly. I would love to go back and ride it again. Flat turns, it was real blown out by Sunday, our race day, so it really kept you on your toes, and then trying to pedal on top of how drifty and washy the turns were. There's that inside there that I really wanted to nail. Came into this a little bit hot, straight bottle that somebody dropped on the gas, little double, and then this is like kind of the bottom section, brake hard, go inside. This is what GoPros are so good for, like being able to watch back and remember turns, to go inside, outside, specific lines, etc, etc. Bottom section, you didn't see this yet, it's just tight and twisty, kind of nudgery, but try to stay smooth. And then I shift 2 gears easier now, because this is uphill and flat, and that's the end. Stage 2, first of the race day. Bish bash bosh, we're done.
Stage 1 finished. After about 10 minutes of pedaling, that's not one to start on. No warm up. Soggy legs. It's so flat, but also pretty sick. I was saying if it was 20 degrees steeper, it'd be a sick downhill track. Pretty blown out. Happy with the riding. See you in the next one.
And then stage 3, coming in hot, off the top of the hill, a little bit of a sprint, fade away, and the pre-hop that I completely mistimed. I took this whole stage pretty easy, to be honest. I knew that you could super easily blow a front wheel over the top of one of these turns. And also, at race pace, all of these corners became so much tighter than in practice, just because you're going that much quicker. Braking as late as possible here. Some holes actually, which was cool. I missed that pre-hop which Henry did in front of me in practice. Again, these are all super blown. Try to grab a pedal between each. Obviously a lot of people gone through that turn. Glad to not. It's quite steep. It doesn't really look that steep, but you've definitely got some gradient. Loads of loose marbly stones, and I'm catching my front rider now. They've obviously had a problem. In fairness, I've never caught a rider ever in my racing career up until this point, so it's pretty good going.
Rider!
Not a great place to let someone past, so fair play. Thanks very much for letting me go. It was kind of frustrating, but that's life. I lost a little bit of time, but it's not the end of the world.
So stage 2 and 3 done. Have a little battle going on with Mr. Harvey Rolson, which is cool. Unfortunately I caught my front rider just then. Definitely lost a little bit of time, but that's life, mate. I think less than a second between Harvey and me overall, so got to keep her upright. It's good to have a little battle. Yeah.
Okay, drop it into stage 4. This was the stage that I think I had the biggest margin on, which was surprising. You see me sprinting out the gate all the way down. I think I stopped sprinting there, and then I'm basically just like, don't brake, don't brake, don't brake. I look at my bike because those braking holes made my bike feel like it was locked out. Quick glance confirmed that it wasn't, thankfully. That second right was super blown, and then I knew that this one was going to be potentially big problems, so I went real easy, foot out in every turn, which was annoying, but definitely the safe way to ride. More off camber, got pushed low here, made this left super tight, tagged my shoulder, but that is life. And then from here you can kind of open the taps, more holes in these turns, and then I blew this turn out in practice, so I wanted to nail that one. From here it's just kind of follow your nose, hit the turns, trust the support. And then this is the inside that I was talking about. Cut right, cut left, and then feet up. Bish, bash, bosh. Love that. Now, stage 5, the one that I hit the tree on at the beginning. Made a very conscious decision to give myself as much room there, and then just a big sprint basically. Not great for the lungs, not great for the legs. This is about halfway down where the big long fast traverse starts. Just holding on, try to stay straight, cut inside where you can. Did this outside line by accident and then nearly hit that stump. Gave myself a little moment. This inside line was cool. Again, this is all just so flat, so you can see me try to grab a pedal every opportunity. Outside, and then in my GoPros I spotted this inside. I avoided that soft dirt on the left, so that was nice. Went inside there, which I didn't do in practice. I'm just kind of following my nose. I didn't even choose these lines, I just knew that kind of reactions and instinct would take over. Try to nail these, stay smooth, get my breath back, because from here is a big old sprint. I say a big old sprint, it was about 10 seconds, but it felt like an eternity. And then bottom section, stay straight, try not to touch the brakes. And then on the gas, give her beans, across the line, there we go. Back on stage 6 already. The race day went through like a flash, although I was pretty gassed by now. We only climbed 1,000 meters, but the stages were reasonably short and super punchy beginning to end, so I'm sure if you race the event yourself you'll know that by this time you're pretty ready to go home and wrap things up. This middle section was tricky. You can see a lot of people went wide there, and then from here I felt pretty strong, but that top section kind of distracted me and put me off. This was the only real line on the whole course that I wanted to nail, inside. Didn't get it as good as in practice, but you kind of just take the good with the bad. Loved that right-hander, to be honest. Another compression over a road. This whole bottom section was super cool. Here we go, into the soft loamy section. Lots of insides, inside. Support, went outside here to carry speed onto the straight, inside over the roots, supported left, and then the finish line is just here.
Nice one, bro.
Yeah! That's so short.
Quick climb from 6 to 7, and we're finally on to the last stage of the day. I didn't think I would go quicker than my seeding run, but somehow I did. By about half a second, maybe a second. So to round out the day with a bit of a description, I'm super proud to be riding so consistent. It's pretty sick. See me doing a quick seated down pedal there just to get in a better gear for this flat. Didn't mess that right up this time, which may be where the time came from, honestly, because I felt like all this was pretty identical. Went outside there, got a bit of a compression, but luckily your man's been doing his press-ups, and then caught my rider. I'm so sorry for not checking the rider sooner. Bit sketchy, my bad. pedaling, run out of gears about now. Let's watch the jump. And this last right-hander honestly was kind of sketchy because it was so blind and off camera. And Bob's your uncle, we finished the line, P1, super stoked.
Sorry.
That's right.
Really? Oh. What do you want to know?
I want to know how your day has been, and you took the win. What is this grassroots racing series all about?
I think it means a lot. Like when I was 15, 16, 17 racing at the grassroots level, even national level, it was super good to have some of the big names or people that you looked up to, such as Giather and Steve Pete, all these people like racing the same tracks and everything as you are. So for me, when I was 15, 16, like I said, I was always looking up to that level of performance. And when I got to the level that I was like on the podium with, for example, Steve Pete, that was flipping huge for me. So I'm no Steve Pete, but I think it's really important when you can for riders that are in elite or whatever category you want to call it, to show face and be a part of an event like this. It's super important. It keeps the sport alive. So to come along and end up P1, it's wicked. Like, I'm super stoked, and the competition is super tight as well. Like, Harvey's right on my ass, Henry Timewell as well, like a name that we've already spoken about. Is like the level of competition and performance at grassroots, like you called it, is super high, and I was pushing 100% every stage this weekend, yesterday and today. So to come out on top is wicked, and it was just a great event, flawless organisation from the guys, and I'll definitely be back next year. It's been a pleasure.